Yes, people, today we're going to go over the easiest and most efficient way to set targets using institutional numbers. And what I mean by this is there's four main numbers, okay? There's 0, 20, 50, and 80. I'll get into more detail in the video as we go along, but I just want you to focus on these four numbers. So without further ado, I'm going to break it down and show you how easy and simple it can be to set targets so you can do it consistently. This is going to lead to more profitability because it's almost like a mechanical system, right? It's just using four simple numbers. So without further ado, let's get into it. So firstly, as I said, there's four kind of key numbers that we wanna focus on, right? There's 0, 20, 50, and 80, okay? So these are the numbers what I'm talking about. I'm gonna break down on the chart about how we use them and what I mean by this, but if we focus on this number, this is obviously the price number. So if I just set some horizontal rays out, this will help you see it a lot easier. So if I just lay on it here, for example, when I talk about 0, 20, and 50, this is where I mean, okay? Ignore the last number, it's these two numbers here, okay? If I change, you can see here it's already saying 81, so if I change that to 80, that can be our first one. And I'm just going to go through and mark out a few of these horizontal lines. And you'll see quite quickly what I mean by this. So just going to mark out individually one of each, and then we can literally get cracking. But as I said, ignore the last number, it's these two that we're talking about. So you can quickly see already, to be honest, how price really respects these levels. So let me just remove this and we can get cracking. If we look, this is on the 4-hour chart, bear in mind. This is where price tends to move in between from, okay? It respects these four numbers extremely routinely, okay? And how we can use this to set targets is how I do it for like a mechanical perspective, so you're always consistent. Is firstly, we now understand that it's where price reacts from the most, okay? These are the kind of the areas where price breaks and resists or it completely reacts from. So let me move these horizontal lines and then I can get straight into it. So I just want to use them as examples, right? If we had this high create this low, and for example on this pullback we wanted a continuation to the low side, all we have to do if we were taking short positions from here, for our target, you simply do as so. So let's set the horizontal ray at this previous low, okay? So it's currently here, and I want you to adjust it to the nearest number that we talked about. So that's in case 45, we obviously have 50. So if I change that to 50, if I'm taking entry from here, I'm always looking for a lower low, okay? Because my strategy is always kind of trading with the trend. So what do we understand? If I'm taking a position from here and I want it to create a lower low, the simplest way I can do it is I understand this is at the 50, okay? Let me just annotate that so it's easier. So this is the strong number of 50, okay? I simply want you to go one number below as your target. So your next target would be at 20. So that could be that's just the easiest way for me. Just go one number below. As we're selling, one number below the 50 is the 20. So you would take entry from here, you understand the most recent low was 50, you then target the 20, which is here. On this occasion, we can see on price here, look, it squeezes down to the next one, which is the 0. But for consistency, just go one number below when you're selling and one number above when you're buying. So I'm just going to give you a buy example now, okay? Roles reversed. So we had this sell momentum. We're now going to continue to this buy side momentum. Just remove the annotation. So let's just start. We had this low create this high, right? We understand that now this is the most recent high. we can identify the closest strong number. On this occasion, you can see, look, it's 76, so we use the 80. Our highest high was the 80. What do we understand? We want to go one number above, okay? So we want to go from the 80, one above is the 0. So all you do then simply is adjust this to the 20, which would this case make it the 6. So on a pullback, for example, you get a pullback to here. I use supply and demand, so I'd enter off of this demand candle. I then know, but my mechanical take profit is at this next strong number. We see price squeezes just past it, but what do we understand? We understand strong numbers. We see it reacts perfectly from the next one, which is the 20. So I just want you to get comfortable. It's a really easy and kind of mechanical way to kind of get consistent targets. You simply, if you're looking for sales, you identify the most recent lows, the strong number, and you simply go one number below. If you're looking for buys, you simply identify the most recent high and you simply go one above. Of course, price can always squeeze higher, but this is to find consistency in using them strong numbers, right? It's not about trying to find the top. It's just a way for you to use these numbers as targets to find, I guess, consistency. You're having a consistent target model. So I hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next video.